What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Season Predictions. If you couldn't tell, it's the Tennessee one. Yeah, woohoo. Now, stay tuned for this whole episode because we have something special at the end of the episode for the V2 fans on Instagram. I really think that y'all are going to enjoy this. But week one, Tennessee has Virginia in Nashville, Tennessee. Who do y'all have?
Virginia is one of the
by
worst
14.
teams in the ACC. Tennessee is going to just absolutely hose them to zero
I
difficult.
actually don't think Virginia's that bad this year.
They're
But the thing
literally
is,
the worst team in the ACC.
Jackson,
They're
that roster has zero
they're
talent
losing
on
this
it.
game by at least 20. They're losing this game by at least 20. Virginia's going to get killed. It's obvious.
Dude, they're going to lose this game by 30 plus.
You switched up real quick, you
Minimum.
racist.
There's a school in Virginia that's not Virginia Tech.
There's like 3.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
Wait, so if we look at stop. If we look at teams from Virginia, James Madison is better, Liberty is better, Old Dominion might be better. They lost a couple players to the portal, so I don't know if they're
Old
better.
Dominion is still.
Virginia Tech is better.
All right, listen.
Yeah, so that was 4
We're
teams.
not doing the same thing we had for the sign recap. We're not going to have everybody give a fucking 10-minute in-depth analysis of the damn game. Is this a win or not?
Tennessee by 50. Tennessee by 50.
You know what? Yeah, Tennessee by 50.
Luke, name a number 1 through 100.
We'll go with 44.
That's how much Tennessee's winning by.
Philip,
All right, then. I can see it.
your take on this game, Philip?
Like I said, I didn't know Virginia existed.
You didn't know the whole state existed?
No, the team is a joke. And oh my gosh, I'm starting to not like you people.
You people.
You people.
Oh, yeah,
You people.
Nah, this thing at the end of the episode's going to have to go both ways now.
Make that two special things at the end of the episode.
Oh, okay.
Should we really talk about Austin Pay?
Nah.
V2 member is my fault.
No. Okay. Week 3 at Gainesville, Ben Hill Griffin, Florida. So, Tennessee is going to win. I said this in the last episode. It's going to be a close one, 7 to 10 points. I'm going to guess around 10 because they're not going to be fully prepared considering this is one of the hardest games to play at the country. But ultimately,
It's a night
they're
game, man.
playing
It's a
Graham.
night game.
It is. It's at 7 o'clock Eastern. But ultimately, it's Graham Mertz we're talking about. It's the Florida offensive line we're talking about. It's Billy Napier we're talking about.
You know what?
Tennessee is winning.
You know what? I'll state this. Like I said, I agreed with Luke on the last episode. I have Bebop wanted to make an appearance, everybody. I have not seen, heard, or know of in the past 20 years a very good safety to come out of Florida. Past 20, 30 years, they just can't produce anything good. No good safeties. So, do I think it's going to be any
KZ.
different this year? Who?
I was saying KZ, as well as
I don't know if we
the
want
guy-
to call him good.
the guy who played for the Falcons too. Also not
Keanu?
KZ, but yeah, Keanu. Yeah, Neil.
I don't know if he...
I think they're both good.
Both were only good for like 2 years, though.
That's my thing.
That's
So I
true.
think
You mean the
Tennessee's
guy who
this
got
one-
switched to playing linebacker for the Falcons?
Yeah, he got switched, and now he's got to play linebacker.
Come
for
on
the
now,
Cowboys.
Cordero Patterson was the third string safety for the Falcons, and Keanu
Keanu O'Neal is still in the NFL.
Correct.
Sadly, yes.
he plays
What?
outside linebacker.
He plays outside linebacker for the Cowboys.
I'm still shocked. He plays linebacker now? God.
Yeah,
What
because
have I
he
missed?
got replaced as the third string safety by Cordell Patterson for the Falcons.
Yeah, Cordero is playing third string safety, no cap.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, everybody.
I don't
So
know.
everybody currently has Tennessee at what, 3-0?
3-0.
UTSA
Yeah.
is ranked.
2-1.
No, they're not. Their rankings haven't come out yet. Just FB schedules is bugging.
Hey, Frank Harris, their
They were
quarterback, is
ranked at the end of
legit.
last season, I believe.
Frank Harris is
Yes,
putting up at least 24
Tennessee's
points
gonna
on
be a-
Tennessee.
Game. I honestly
Right.
think so.
Frank Harris is putting up at least 24 points on Tennessee.
I agree. This is gonna be a sleeper game, and honestly, this is one of the upsets I have of the year.
What?
I'm joking.
Really?
I'm messing around.
No, he knew the reaction was bad and he switched up.
You know what?
Okay,
everybody?
fine. Let's keep it then. Okay, upset. Come on, UTSA with a win over Tennessee, being Tennessee's only upset loss of the year.
Nope,
So-
you're
I have
tripping.
Tennessee at 3 with UTSA losing, but they lose to Florida just because it's Ben Hill Griffin Stadium at nighttime, and that environment is absolutely bonkers. I've seen it.
Oh wait, it's a night game for Tennessee.
Y'all really
Yeah.
think Tennessee's
Oh,
losing to
God.
Brother,
Florida?
this isn't the Florida game. This is the UTSA game.
Never
I've
mind.
seen
Never mind. Regret everything I said.
UTSA is better than Florida this year.
Tennessee. Yeah, that's
Wait,
true.
All right,
Tennessee's gonna beat UTSA by 10.
Honestly, UTSA is like super slept on.
all right, so,
Yeah, I know.
Super slept on, but I think Tennessee gets this like 14.
So does everybody have Tennessee going 4-0 now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would like to actually start on this next game, Week 5 in Knoxville, Tennessee, versus the shitty Spencer Rattler led South Carolina.
I have
Wildcats.
Tennessee winning, dude. I don't
I
know
don't give a
what.
damn what you have. You tried to quit V2 earlier this week, and my biggest fear was not that I was going to lose you. It was that I was not getting my $44 fucking back, Jackson. Where's my money?
Where's my money, Jackson? You owe
I'm
me
not making
$100.
bets on games.
$100.
Tennessee
Jackson, I don't care.
Do you know
Where's
how many
my
pennies
pennies
this game?
$100 is?
Just to
Bye.
give y'all some
This is-
clarification, Jackson has a job and he works. He has the money to pay them. He just won't.
The fact that Luke just hit it right on the head is what pisses me off even more. Jackson has a job and refuses to pay me. So what should I do, everybody? Should I garnish?
You don't even have to pay for gas, Jackson. You don't have a car.
Yeah, Jackson. Where's my money?
Jackson.
Where?
He muted himself.
My unmute yourself, boy. Unmute it.
Boy?
now.
Boy? Did you just call him a boy?
Sure did. Unmute yourself.
It's unmuted.
Where is my money?
Dude, okay, let's just say I make a lot of bets with a lot of people because I got a huge mouth, and I have to pay
We're
like 4
aware.
more
That's
bets.
why what's going to happen at the end of
I'm
the
willing
episode
to
is
bet
what's
you
gonna
haven't
happen.
paid any of those either.
Oh no, I have. I could show proof to most of them. It's mainly Clemson fans.
Jackson, you know how I was told I would have my money by the end of December? It's fucking May.
It's June, actually.
It's
Oh, it is June. You're right.
Yeah, it's
It's
Where's
June.
my
Oh yeah,
money?
guys, it is June.
Jackson, I made this bet with you week 2 of last year.
My bet was made in damn June of Where's my fucking money? It's been a year since I made this bet.
Happy anniversary.
this man thinking Michael Jordan, but with the betting aspect, not the basketball aspect.
Where's my money,
Is
Jackson?
his dad gonna get? Oh, I
If you
can't say
bet
that.
Jackson, it's if Jackson wins,
I can't say
you have
that.
to pay him the money. But if you win, you don't really have to pay it. It's
Jackson,
not that big of a
when
deal.
should
Oh,
I
yeah,
expect
yeah.
my money?
In a couple years.
Jackson, I need a due date. When should I expect my money?
Jackson, I also want a due date.
For
Where's my
Jason,
money?
for Jason, the due date is August 1st. For Will, the due date's probably in
Fucking
like
June
October.
The 4th.
October.
What do you do?
That's
for
over.
That's gonna take me a bit.
Stop. What do you do, Jackson?
No, it's
You
not.
make like
that.
$3 an hour.
My bets are in like range from money to it's like
Sexual favors?
no
Cock
kind of
muncher.
like
How
that.
much cock have you munched?
How many bets have you had to repay? Your knees hurt.
I have like 8, dude. I've already paid 4 of them.
I guess we're on the low end of the totem pole, Will.
No. It goes in order between like what's the
Mine was
least to the
made.
most.
What do you mean by $44 fucking dollars?
The least to the most. There's like $20, $10.
Why can't you pay off $10?
No, I have. That's what I'm saying. I have to start
What
off
I
with
don't
the
understand is like, even off of bare minimum wage, you should still have enough money with your job to pay these guys, which is why I'm confused. This isn't like
I've only been
chore
working for a
allowance.
week, for like 2 weeks.
Jackson, what do you do?
Not
for
that
a living?
much.
That's hard cap.
What do you do for a living,
That's hard
Jackson?
cap.
I work at
Where?
I work at Publix.
Publix pays good for your age individuals.
Definitely,
Pays
you
above
definitely have
minimum
enough
wage.
money.
Where's my fucking money? Alright, you know what? Let's go to the bye week, everybody. Everybody's favorite segment. Philip, you know these people more than we do. How many people are getting arrested during the off week?
It's Tennessee. Nobody's getting arrested.
Alright, the betting line starts at 2.
Over.
Under.
I'm gonna take the under. I
Over.
always take the under.
Over.
Take even.
What do you mean always take the under? I picked the over on almost everyone and got it
I
right.
said I always take the under.
Think about it. Them Tennessee girls will do anything to sleep with a Tennessee player. We all know that.
Over. Over.
They're not going to report
You
them.
know what? I'm taking the push. Give me
And
the
I'm not
push.
going to lie. Those Tennessee girls are bad too. I mean,
You know what? I'll take it down to a push. I'll take it down to a push.
Alright. Week technically 7. Everybody's got Tennessee at 5-0 so far, correct? Thank y'all.
4-1. Get it right.
Who do you have Tennessee losing to?
Florida, it's a night game in Ben Hill and Hill Griffin.
Alright, hold on. I gotta argue with him for a minute. Philip, can you explain to me what the fuck Florida's gonna get done even with a home field?
Look, I've
environment?
seen Florida lose to Tennessee.
Graham Mertz
I've seen
is
Florida lose to
throwing the
Tennessee like
ball.
3 years. I've
Name
seen
one
Florida.
Florida offensive lineman.
Oh my God, I've seen Florida lose
Micah
to Tennessee like
Muzama.
2 or 3 times
Exactly.
in my whole lifetime.
Micah
Yeah, to avoid the
Muzama.
question.
Florida has
Listen,
no
listen, because you
nor
won't let me finish
quarterback.
talking because you're ignorant. A bunch of
Ironic.
unathletic people won't let an athletic person finish talking.
Okay.
Ironic.
All right.
Ironic again.
Anyways, like I was saying, I've seen
Anyways
Tennessee
isn't
beat
a
Florida
word,
like
ignorant man.
3
It's
times
anyway.
in my life.
It's anyway. Anyways isn't a word, Mr. Ignorance.
I said anyways.
It's anyway.
That's not a word.
Anyways isn't a word, Mr. Ignorant.
Anyways,
Oh my
isn't a
God.
word.
Correct.
Anyways, isn't a word.
Correct.
Stop being ignorant.
What?
Alright. So let's go ahead and go to the Texas A&M game, Dane.
Next
It's
time,
Tennessee.
shit
Texas
on.
A&M's getting blown out.
Texas A&M's getting
Wow.
blown out.
So
Tennessee by 32.
That was a little too low.
Tennessee's at home. They're coming off the hype from the South Carolina win, and guess what? They're getting another win. Texas A&M is not prepared for the moment. Tennessee is going 6-0.
Dane's sitting here getting flashbacks to that
I will say,
7-0
I think
game
Texas
where they're
A&M's
not going to
receivers.
7-0.
I think
know
Texas
what?
A&M's receivers will have kind of like a career game here, but it's not going to be enough to put them to
Muhammad.
win.
Hey,
So
It'll
I
this
make them
take
is
look
back-
good against
this
Tennessee.
is
I take
why
back what I
Texas
said.
A&M's going to beat Tennessee. Hear
Okay.
me out. What?
I agree.
Save
I'm
Jimbo's
taking
job.
Texas A&M over Tennessee. I changed my take. I'm taking this is my upset of the season. I take it back. This is the upset of the season.
So if you look at both defenses, who's more likely to get a stop? The one
A&M,
without a
and
secondary,
not just that,
or the one that has
Come on, Hap.
secondary players that have been competent at some point in their career, whether that be high
Are
school
we gonna say
or
that
before
Texas
last
A&M
year.
has a competent secondary because they don't have Antonio Johnson anymore? Let's see, Smoke's gone.
No, they
No, I'm just saying their secondary players are more likely to get stopped than
100%.
Tennessee's.
1,000%.
So if you're taking just
it's
like
basically a
pure,
debate between Tony Grimes and Kamal Haddon.
I'm taking Tony Grimes.
I'm taking Tony. What you know? What I can't take Tony Grimes. He's so bad. He's so bad.
Well,
But-
he was
comparing
more
the same
talented coming
person.
out of high school, and he's getting better coaching than anyone at
still-
Tennessee.
ass.
So is
You're
Kamal
comparing
Haddon.
the same
Yeah, dude.
person.
Yeah, they're almost identical in garbage. But I truly think Texas A&M has a better defense, and I think they have the team. They have the team like what you're looking for to upset because they have the receivers. They have a decent.
Are you sure it's going to be an upset?
Hold on.
They have a good quarterback.
Are
They
you
have
sure
a-
it's going to be an upset?
Hell yeah.
Or are you sure Tennessee's going to be
Yeah,
favored in this
It's gonna be
game?
an upset. Texas A&M's gonna. I think Texas A&M's gonna win this game barely, like 24-21.
Okay, hold on, everybody. I forgot to make my actual statement before the rest of the season. So if you go back up to the Florida game, this is where Nico starts playing, and then he starts the next week at UTSA. So my picks are based off of that, everybody. So be prepared. Joe Milton is ass. Yeah, I said it. For all you Tennessee fans out there, Bazooka Joe, he can throw an orange 100 yards. He can throw a ball 80 yards. I don't give a shit. Can he throw it accurately? No.
Hey, but let me say something. Joe Milton, he's got talent. He's always had talent everywhere he's been. But the issue is he's never like had a season to put it together. That's the thing with Milton. You've never seen him like every something bad has happened every season of his career.
Okay,
Y'all have to think about
All
that,
right,
man.
shut up, cockmunch.
okay, hold on. Does anybody remember last summer? There was this Florida page going around Instagram saying that Anthony Richardson would win the Heisman because he could do a backflip.
Swamp.
Oh my
Swamp
God,
boys.
that
Swamp
was in
boys.
the topic live. That was like last July. I remember that.
Yeah, this is the
Oh my
same
gosh.
shit. Joe Milton can do a backflip. He's winning the Heisman. Who can? It was like Florida top recruiter or some bullshit. But
It was a dumbass, is what it was.
so let's
Bottom
go ahead
line.
and move on. As a
Florida
matter
top
of fact-
recruiter? No, that's King Shad. King Shad is Florida's top recruiter.
Okay, listen. I'm gonna state this with a grain of salt about the Texas A&M game. Can Texas A&M's defense stop Tennessee? Yes. Can Texas A&M's offense produce? Yes. Will it be a shootout? More than likely, yes. Does Tennessee win this one a close one? More than likely, yes. Now let's go ahead and move on to a revenge game for Nick Saban and the quarterbackless Alabama Crimson Tide.
I got you on this one.
Oh, I think everybody.
Just
else-
as see, here's the thing. I have clowned on Alabama a lot this year, and I've said that they are not going to be nearly as good as people expect them to be strictly because their quarterback situation is
But they're
horrible.
still killing Tennessee at
However,
home.
However, simply from the fact that Tennessee won last year and the way they did, Alabama is going to win this game. And am I saying it's going to be a blowout? No. This will be a relatively close game. But Alabama will still win. They're at home. This is a revenge game. I think they're taking it.
So when you look at this matchup, you have to also look at the previous week, Texas A&M. That's going to be a
True.
very physical game, and it's going to be a shootout. So that means a lot of plays are going to be run. So Tennessee's already to come into an Alabama team that's going to want to run the ball down their throats because they don't have a quarterback. Already slightly beat up and tired from last week's shootout. So because they ran so many plays, I have a question for all y'all. Over under Alabama rushing yards at 350.
Under.
I'm
Over.
taking the over. I'm with you,
Over.
Jackson.
Yeah, I'm taking the over.
Are y'all ready for my take?
I meant 250, not
Go for it,
350. My bad.
Pooh
I
Over
meant
still.
250.
The reason I have the mask on, I like to put it into every episode.
Lee Corso.
No. If there's one thing that Tennessee does, it's tear down goalposts. But it's going to be really damn beautiful when Tennessee steals Alabama's goalpost this year. Alabama does not have shit going for them besides a running game. Tennessee has an upgraded defense, one that's not going to get dicked around on like last year. It's going to be a lot of rookies. There's going to be a lot of rookie problems. All right. Give me. Where's my fucking pen? Give me Tennessee by 6.
Alabama has a better offensive line this year, and Tennessee's defensive line lost its star
D-line
player.
last year didn't do much shit during the game anyway. The only thing that happened during
Yeah,
last
and
year was
Alabama's
Alabama-
offensive line got better. How are you going to stop their run game without putting 8 people in a box?
So how are you going to state that that's going to be a problem when Tennessee's D-line didn't even do shit in the game last year? The only thing they did was hit Bryce a total of 2 times with like 2 hurries, and one of those times was a fake targeting. That was not targeting, Alabama fans. I understand rules are hard to follow and English is hard to speak. But the only reason I am giving this to Tennessee, and the only reason, it's not the defense, it's not any of that. If by way this does occur and my statement about Nico starting after the Florida game does not happen, it is Joe Milton. Okay? As Joe Milton, y'all know I can't stand him. He's still a veteran. And there's some things that pay to have a veteran game manager. And it's this. Now, it can turn out one of 2 ways. You win by 6, beautiful. Or you lose like Georgia did in the SEC championship with Aaron Murray, and you throw it to a receiver 7 yards away from the end zone, and he slips as time expires. It can go one of two ways. This is not going to be a blowout. It's not going to be a 2-possession win. It's not going to be a 3-possession win. This is going to be a 1-possession win for either team. And I'm making my statement now. Tennessee's taken it 2 years in a row, making that fan base much more toxic than it already is. And for anybody that will be in attendance, please do understand that Tennessee fans are going to come loaded up with golf balls and mustard. So I suggest you wear heavy clothing, helmets, and hats, and please watch for all projectiles when Tennessee's quarterback, whoever it may be, gets targeted, loses 4 teeth, and the Alabama glazing referees don't call a thing. Because everybody here knows if Alabama's playing a home game, those referees are glazing the hell out of Bama.
The over on this game is going to be set very high. I'm going to take the
Extremely
under.
high.
I'm taking the under.
The under is not a bad thing to take. It's guaranteed money. Because it's not going to go above 30 points.
This is not betting advice by B2. But
This
if I
is betting
was to
advice.
give you betting advice, take the under.
Alright, so, Philip, what's your take for this game?
Don't take any betting advice from V2. Obviously, Jackson can't pay up, so I wouldn't just take any advice from people who can't pay up.
So, Philip, your take for this game?
Real.
I'm gonna have to take Bama.
I love it when you all choose against me. It makes my life so much easier.
Who the hell's picking Tennessee over Bama?
A lot of people.
Scriptwriter. That's good.
If he's right about this 2 years in a row, I'm just gonna delete everything.
You have already made multiple gambles that you're going to delete your page if the following occurs this year.
If the
If
no.
goes
But
7 and 5,
hey, I did do it. The thing is, you have to realize I own like 6 pages, so that doesn't specify which one, you know. So I could just be like, I delete my page if I do this, and people just do that, and I delete a page. It's just a page I own.
All right, shut up, you cockmuncher.
Alright,
God.
next we have Kentucky, and I'm going to be dead honest with y'all, this is where Tennessee's first loss comes.
What?
Yes.
Tennessee owns Kentucky. Dude, Tennessee could go
Devin
1
Leary
and
and that
11,
offensive
and
line's
Kentucky
underrated,
could
but
go
still.
11 and 1.
While that might... Okay, actually, you know what? I got this team confused with another team. Never mind. Tennessee's winning this one as well.
Okay,
I forgot.
get off back.
Alright, do y'all want to
Wait a
talk
minute.
about UConn?
No.
Cool. This is Tennessee's loss.
Missouri's gonna beat Tennessee. Missouri's gonna beat Tennessee.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah,
Missouri doesn't have enough DBs.
It doesn't matter if they have enough DBs. As long as they can play defense, that's all. Like, literally, you don't have to have DBs to play good defense. Tennessee's O-line is going to be wretched this year. Both tackles and a guard are gone. It's going to hold up against really, like, mediocre defenses such as
I would
everybody
argue that guard is not as big as a loss as you think.
Jerome Carvin did not allow a singular sack 4 years starting in his entire career. The 4 years prior to that, Tennessee...
He also couldn't run block this thing his whole life.
Yes, he could. Tennessee broke off to his side.
I don't know. Wasn't he on the left side with your first round tackle?
No. He popped back and forth. But anytime he would move over to the right, they'd run it to the right. And
By
those were
this
enough.
logic, Jason, do you think that players like Dominic Lovett are just gonna have a field day in this game?
I don't even... Dominic Lovett's
Dominic Lovett's on Georgia.
Oh wait, I'm sorry.
He's on
I'm
Georgia.
mixing up. I'm mixing up the receiver. Sorry, it's the receiver from Missouri who transferred.
Luther Burden?
Luther Burden is not
Yeah.
going to have a field day either. Do y'all want me to physically
bad.
tell y'all how Missouri's going to win this game?
Brady Hook.
Shut the fuck up, Jackson. It's going to be really simple. It goes one of two ways. If you have Joe Milton's going to be a sixth year making rookie mistakes and throw it straight to the DB like 8 times. If it's Nico's going to make rookie mistakes and throw it to the DB like 3 times before he gets benched so that Joe can come in and throw it for the remaining 3. Tennessee's going to
It's
have
Jover.
It is Jover. Tennessee's going to have a very off week against Missouri. One, and this is not me saying that Columbia, Missouri is a hard place to play. It's one of the easiest places in the country. I don't care who you are. It's just that their defense is so underrated. We saw what they did to Georgia last year. They didn't really lose much this year. Missouri, in my opinion, is like top. If Florida does not do as good, Missouri finishes 3 in the SEC East.
So college football is a matchups game. Missouri's their safeties do match up well with Tennessee. I'll give you that, but their corners do not.
Okay, tell me what receivers Tennessee started.
Brew McCoy, Squirrel White, and the dude from Oregon.
Yeah, Dante Thornton. But let me tell you this right now: Squirrel White's not starting. They're bringing him in select packages. It's going to be Ramel
All right,
Keaton,
so
Brew McCoy, and Dante Thornton.
who's the first one?
Keaton?
Oh, I forgot about Keaton. Keaton's good too.
But here's the thing: the only one of those that have speed is Dante Thornton. And here's another thing: it's not hard to guard a big body receiver.
When you're like 5'11", it kind of is.
Ramel Keaton, and I will go to my grave saying this, is not a good receiver. Brew McCoy is a straight possession receiver. Congrats if you can get more than 5 yards after catch with Brew McCoy, because he ain't doing it. He's telling you the second he catches that ball,
if he can catch it, he doesn't need the yards after catch.
He's just going to go straight down. He's not going to fight for extra yards. There is nobody.
I trust Heupel to find matchups in this game against linebackers or the corners.
The only reason I'm giving Missouri this win is because, yes, I might sound biased saying Tennessee over Bama, but because of their quarterback situation, it looks impossible. And as somebody who's watched Tennessee football, it is physically impossible for them to have a one-loss season. Because we all know, everybody in here knows without a shadow of a doubt that next week, Tennessee's not winning this shit.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, hold on.
100%.
Hold on. I'm looking back at the schedule. I was wrong. Alabama is beating Tennessee. Missouri is not beating Tennessee. I was wrong in that assumption. I look back at Tennessee's depth chart. Alabama is beating Tennessee.
Well, thank you for coming to the
Now let's go ahead and go on to the next week. Bring me my pen. Bring me
Jason, can I start off this one before you?
Yes, you can.
So, I already know what Jason's thinking. I already know what Twin over here is believing. And I'm going to be honest. I'm about to make an enemy with Will. This is where Georgia finally loses.
Man,
Tennessee at home is winning this game. This is going to be the first time where I genuinely think that Tennessee is just... It's going to be their
Georgia's going to shut out Tennessee.
Which matchups does Tennessee win?
Georgia's going to shut out Tennessee.
Let me think about this first. That's a good question. Let me think about this for a second. Okay. The first one, you're going to hate. The second one, you could hate. And the third one, I don't know. So the first one, you're going to hate this one. I think that one of Tennessee's quarterbacks is going to just have a career day. And they're going to do just enough to where they're going to outperform Beck. Not by a ton. Barely. But I'm
so how are they
going
to... So Jason brought up this point earlier. Tennessee's offensive line is bad this year. How are they going to block for that quarterback to have a career day?
So, personally, I'm not entirely with Jason on that take. I don't think they're great, but I think they're serviceable is the best way to put it.
So last year, with those two good tackles and the guard that Jason loved, they still gave up so much pressure every single play. How is it going to affect? And if you say Georgia loses Jalen Carter, I'm gonna go against that too. Zion Logue is going to replace him on early downs.
That wasn't going to be my main point, but I will say
Jordan Hall is going to come in on pass rushing downs, and with both those guys fresh rotating, it's going to be basically the same impact because Jalen Carter would wear himself out over the course of a game.
You can make the argument that multiple players from Georgia are leaving, but that's something that a lot of people are going to say. I'm not necessarily going to say that. I'm more looking at this from the fact that I think Tennessee has quarterbacks who can get the ball out faster than Hendon Hooker can. Wait, what is Jason showing? It's blurry. I can't see it.
Yeah, it's really blurry.
We
Still
really
blurry.
can't see it.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Just give me a second. I want to.
Let's see if I can get
We
Was it
still-
a notepad?
Oh, now I see it. Oh, it's the script.
Oh,
It's
okay.
the script. Okay. You know what, Jason? Give us the script real quick. I kind of want to hear this, since you are Mr. Scriptwriter.
Are we still at the Georgia game, dude?
Yes. So Jason knew that Tennessee literally does not win a single matchup with any Georgia positional group that Tennessee will be able to exploit. So the only reasoning he has for picking Tennessee is he claims to be the scriptwriter.
Tennessee
So
is
that's what
not
they're going to
I
go
wouldn't
with.
go
Here.
that far. There are a couple other reasons.
All right.
One, just the
whatever.
fact. So first off,
I'm
you've
finished.
missed an argument that Jason's given a lot, which
I'm
is any
finished.
Tennessee's
given
going
Saturday.
9-3.
I'm
They are
finished.
not as good as
I'm
last year.
finished. I'm finished. I'm finished.
Oh, here we go.
Shocker. It's not
Oh.
even going to be close. I truly think it's a
Ah!
They're not funny, bro. This thing's a script writer. It's going to get blown out.
What's the score? 11-1 season. What was it? 48
I
to
don't know.
38.
10-point win.
Yikes,
Tennessee
buddy.
is not
Yikes,
going
buddy.
11-1.
Hey, remember that offensive line and receiver core that you weren't high on
Hey,
5 minutes
you remember
ago?
how every time we do one of these season predictions, you were one of the biggest preachers that home field matters? Well, let me tell you something. There's nothing worse than having 102,000 mustard chucking, golf ball throwing drunks screaming at you with the top of their
And you
lungs.
know
Even
what?
their
And
The
that happens
screaming
every year.
doesn't
Georgia
affect
even their
kill 'em.
the
infant
Georgia
babies.
defensive
faces that
side of the
every year,
ball.
home and away. They still kill every time.
Here's my
All they
question.
have to do
Here's
is
my
signal
question again.
halfback ISO every single play, and
Against
Georgia
what?
could score at least
Georgia
24
could not have
points,
a
and
single
Tennessee's
fan
not
at
scoring
Tennessee
over
and still
17.
beat them. Tennessee
Can
could
I,
have
can
the
I,
fans
can
packed
I ask you
without a
question?
single
Can
Georgia
I ask
fan
y'all a
there,
question real
and
quick? Can I
Tennessee
ask
would
y'all-
lose.
Dan Jackson, you want to shut the fuck up before I make you give it a longer apology? No. Good. Let me ask you a question real quick. Alright. So, let me ask you a question. Tennessee and Georgia. Something that's not able to be beat is Georgia. Alright? There's something about Tennessee, specifically the front seven, really fucking good. Because I don't know if any of y'all noticed this, most of the players last year were true freshmen. I know.
Who are the linebackers?
Jeremy Banks was the only senior. Now,
But were the other ones any better?
Aaron Beasley, the one who forced the fumble? Yes.
The
Why?
fumble on the okay, a lot of people forced a fumble against Dejon Edwards last year. Let's be real here.
It wasn't on Dejon. It was on Stetson, and he went through the A gap. Meaning Georgia's O line shit the fucking bed. Now
You mean Xavier Tress shit the bed? Let's clarify this
let me
here.
continue a little bit more. Tennessee fans, as much as I hate you, I watch your games. I consider myself to enjoy Tennessee. Let me explain something to you. I'm not saying this to get your hopes up. I'm not saying this to piss off Will. I'm saying this because I wholeheartedly believe this. It is in Knoxville, okay? It is more than likely going to be a night game because looking at everything going, both of these teams, in my prediction, are going to be one-loss teams going into this game. And you all know that. Tennessee's going to beat South Carolina.
You have Georgia losing to Auburn
I have Georgia losing to South Carolina.
at home?
Yeah.
So you're destroying your okay.
Yes, because there's a difference. 102,000 people make a hell of a lot more noise than how many y'all got? 80,000? 60?
92.
92? That's 10,000 more people. And if there's anything that I've
And
learned,
did you know
Spencer
that
Rattler does
did
not
you know
care
the
about
Georgia
wins.
Tennessee game had the same decimal level as the Tennessee Alabama game?
You want me to tell you how I know that that's a lie? Because
It popped up on both screens.
do you want me to explain something to you? Did the Georgia Tennessee game cause an earthquake? No. Did the Tennessee Alabama one? Yeah. So, it did not reach the same decibel levels. Let me explain something to y'all right now. If Joe Milton's starting this game, expect a Joe Milton masterclass, a career game at that. Because everybody's saying that any
How much?
quarterback that Georgia, I'm not betting money. I don't do that strictly because of Jackson. I haven't gotten paid back yet. I don't know if you'll pay me back. But I want y'all to understand something. As nice as I can put it. Everybody says that any quarterback that comes in for Georgia this year is going to be better than Stetson Bennett. And that's understandable. Stetson Bennett wasn't a bad QB, but he wasn't the best. But what he had was chemistry. I don't believe there's chemistry being made between any of these quarterbacks and receivers when projected QB1 Carson Beck felt the need to delete everything Georgia off of his feed this
You made your
offseason
shitty point. Will shut up.
and delete all this stuff off his offseason. I believe he's pissed. He was supposed to transfer because they wanted Brock for a minute. Now Carson's starting. Let me explain something. Tennessee's defensive back room is completely ass, but it's enough to get the job done. The only problem that Tennessee will face in their front seven is going to be Brock Bowers. And that's really simple because it's something that Tennessee does far too well, and I hate every aspect of it because it's a bad thing. Whenever Georgia plays Tennessee in Knoxville, somebody gets a season-ending injury. Somebody does. It is the
Not
worst.
in 2021.
2021, somebody did get injured. It was a Tennessee player. It ruined him.
Yeah, but it wasn't a Georgia player.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying somebody gets a season career-ending injury, or a season-ending injury.
That only happened to like Nick Chubb.
There was somebody the year after, or 2 years after that with Tennessee, and then what was it? Noshawn, didn't he tear his ACL against Tennessee like a couple years prior?
Yeah, Noshawn did, and Chubb did
Yeah.
on the same sideline.
Yeah. So it's the curse of kneeling. Somebody's gonna.
In
this game.
2021, Georgia did not run a run play when they were on that hash on that sideline.
Yes, I actually noticed that because I was at that game. But it's not me saying that Tennessee's going to lose this game and Georgia's going to lose because I hate Georgia or I overly enjoy Tennessee. It's the strict fact of Tennessee just does random shit at weird-ass times of the year. Okay? This is their Alabama from last year, a team that nobody thinks that they can beat no matter what. They're coming off of a ship. They're coming off an appearance at least. Give me Tennessee. It's not even going to be the score that I mentioned. It's going to be like 6 points. Tennessee's going 11-1, 10-2 at max because knowing if they beat Georgia, they're going to get the shit smacked out of them by Vanderbilt because every single player is going to go get drunk and high immediately after the game. And more than likely, some of them are going to end up in jail. Mr. McCullough, I'm talking to you. Please don't hit any more people. And it's going to be, 2017 Tennessee all over again. No, and let me explain this to you as well. Somehow, some way, I don't know how, because looking at it, I was wrong. I do not have Tennessee beating Florida either, if my prediction comes out right, because either way, Georgia's still making the East, even with a Tennessee win. Something's not going to add up, and Georgia's still going to make the SEC East and go back to back to back. But Tennessee's going to find a way to win this game.
I just have a hard time believing that when we've seen every team with 6 DBs over the past couple of years, except for South Carolina. I don't know how they did it. Beat Alabama.
What?
The game plan for beating Tennessee's offense is you have 6 DBs on the field, you stop the run with a light box, 5 guys, and then you bring a box safety down to be your 6th guy in the box. That's the game plan. That
Besides
Georgia
whatever
and Bama have
South
both
Carolina
run. What? That South Carolina game was a fluke.
It wasn't. But say whatever you want.
Where's my money? Nah, if I'm gonna be dead for real, and I'm not just speaking to the Tennessee fans and getting your hopes up, you're more than likely gonna beat Bama. You're not beating Georgia. I hate to break that to you, but you're not beating Georgia. I just wanted to get a rise out of Will. I'm not writing the script for that, but I'll write the script for a home win against Alabama. Let's go ahead and go to Vandy.
A home win. You play them away.
A home win for Alabama.
Oh,
For Alabama.
I thought you said home win in Alabama.
Shit, Jackson.
Tennessee takes this against
Yeah,
Vanderbilt.
it's Vandy. Let's be
Relatively not that close.
AJ Swan is a rapist. I'm praying on his downfall. Tennessee by 80.
Alright, but if we want to start with another word that starts with an R and ends with ist, let's go ahead and get Jackson and give that public apology real quick. Jackson, go ahead.
I'm sorry for saying stupid shit like I always do. I'm sorry. I even from 3 years ago, I've still I don't really know how they have it,
Luke,
but I'm so sorry for everything that
drop
has gone
this
wrong
and place it over
and
sorry.
has happened because
Like
I have
the
no
new Tyler, the
idea.
Creator song. I'm sorry.
Hey. And
I got you.
I just want to say I'm sorry to the fans, the people that watch us, the people that check out V2 on Instagram. I'm sorry for everything. I thought about deleting everything and just starting fresh, but I was honestly, I'm just sorry. I'm very sorry.
Alright, Jackson,
And
give the sign off.
oh god, I have to pull this up.
I'm sorry.
I need
Jackson,
to,
how many times have you said the sign off, but you still don't know it?
A lot.
dude. I have to pull up all the
Jackson,
sponsors
if
and
you don't
everything.
hurry up. You know what? Never mind.
Okay,
Luke,
okay,
Luke,
okay.
Stop. Luke, give me a quick sign off.
Got you. W, 10% off. Go hit it up. Everybody here drinks it and everybody here likes it. Also, SeatGeek. You want to save money on tickets? Go get SeatGeek. $20 off first order. Make a new account if you want to ever use the code a second time. You want clothes? Collegiate Traditions and On-Field Apparel. They're both really cool stuff. Collegiate Traditions is building up, and On-Field is also a really nice clothing brand and for cheap prices. And as always, good morning, good afternoon, and good night from the V2 crew.
See ya.